Hey Aries, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This will be your Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising weekly energy update. I do consider all of these readings to be timeless, so whenever you're guided here, just trust that it is the right time for you. I always like to set the intention that everyone that's meant to be here will find their way here, and there will be some kind of message to uplift, heal, or inspire. May these cards represent the highest order of truth and bring clarity for my Aries. Messages or insights. What's the current overall energy for my Aries? What's the current energy for my Aries? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you. What's the challenge? Oh. Could have a few challenges this week, Aries, not gonna lie. A lot of these cards just popped up. Okay, let's get into it. Interesting. You could be using your own words against yourself. So the current energy, we got the Fool, which is anything could happen. This is a new possibility, a new potential beginning. But the thing about the Fool is they have to drop their baggage and to trust where they're at and where they're going. They like to stop and smell the flowers. And they're always supported by Source, the loyal companion of spirit. And yeah, there's an element here of, like needing to trust where you're going, trust where you're at, enjoy the journey. Because this challenge, all of these cards came out for the challenge. And on the bottom, we've got the 10 of Cups. So there's a potential for like really happy family vibe here, right? 10 of Cups is like feeling wholeness and feeling completion emotionally and with the family. But there's a challenge here. There could have been some kind of unexpected change, or I don't know, it's something happens here, and we had 2 5s out here. Two 5s and what's that, a 16? We've got 2 major arcana out here, which tells me this is a big deal. Right? The major arcana only comes out for bigger energies in our lives. And 5s represent change, metamorphosis process. Yeah, it just feels like there could have been something, like some kind of, with the 5 of Cups, sorry, the 5, well, there's the 5 Cups and the 5 but the 5 of Pentacles, there could have been some kind of abandonment, or a feeling of like kind of being left out in the cold here. But being in reverse, you could be trying to move past this. And I do like that also the 5 of Cups is in reverse, because the 5 of Cups upright would be like, you see how he or she is so focused over here on the loss, or on, the things that have went wrong, the grief or the hurt, the pain. But they're focused so much over here that they're not looking over here at the cups that they do have. But in reverse, that could be turning around. You could be you know, starting to appreciate more or pull more of your focus into the things that do lift you up, that the things that you do have, versus, you know, spending so much time dwelling on the past or what had went wrong. And because the Magician in reverse, like, you're not in your power in this energy, but there's an initiation here. It feels like there's a new beginning. You could be starting to recognize some of the sources, some of the resources or the support that you have available to you. You could be realizing where you have been creating, you know, kind of a mess, or creating some discomfort, dis-ease. The Five of Pentacles in reverse indicates an end to some difficult times, especially if you suffered like a major financial hit or job loss. But this does feel like it could be connected to family or to love even. But this means that change is coming. And there could be some kind of, and we're gonna get some more cards to clarify what this Tower is, but there could have been a sudden change, or suddenly something shifts and helps you see a little more clearly. This card could speak to forgiveness, also self-forgiveness, and to moving on. Okay, yes, there's been some kind of personal setbacks here, but can you move forward? Can you forgive yourself and others and move forward? The Five of Cups reverse can represent like this paradoxical situation where what seems like the worst thing could actually happen to create a better circumstance. Let's get some more cards here. It's time when the Magician shows up in reverse, it's time to implement some changes. Okay. If you're already acting on a goal, the Magician reverse can be a sign that you're struggling to see progress or success. But I really feel like there's some kind of struggle here, maybe a struggle to manifest your desired potential, or using your words against yourself, you know, using your words in a way that is creating experiences that aren't very pleasurable. All right, let's get some animals. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Wisdom of the Oracle. We're gonna clarify the Tower, and then we will we'll get some advice as well. What is this Tower for my Aries? I'm not taking this many. Am I? Real quick, I'll show you what turned over. We got peace, imagine, here and now, and coming to the edge. All right, so I guess we are taking these. How can you be in the present, right? How can you, instead of, because I do feel like there's been a focus on the past, or like shit that had went wrong in the past, but this is about turning this Magician upright, learning to step into your power and to create your peace. And you can create peace by being in this moment. And this is why meditation is so powerful as well. It's because you're clearing your mind of all those thoughts, all the worries, all the anxieties, all the shit. And you're allowing yourself to just be right here, right now. And look at these eggs. This is where ideas begin to manifest. This is where you can begin to manifest from a powerful place instead of from worry or anger, fear, whatever, sadness. This is about stepping into your power and creating from a more peaceful place. Not worrying about the past or the future, but just being here in the now. 32 also breaks down to a 5, and we got 23, which also breaks down to a 5. So we got 4 5s out here. $20 breaks down to a 2, which speaks to the polarities, the light and the dark, the bad and the good. And this speaks to the power of your imagination, the power of your thought. Especially your thoughts combined with emotion. So you use these two energies in the present moment, and that's where you can create. It's a powerful place to create. And this could be what this shift is, because we are clarifying the tower here. So you could just like start to crave more peace. You could learn some kind of techniques that help you. You could learn about like the law of attraction, the laws of the universe, and how to work with them. This feels like an invitation. Yeah, I just keep getting initiation. It feels like an initiation into some higher wisdom. Let's get some animal spirits before we wrap this up. My Aries. Yeah, the whale. The whale wants you to go deep. It did come out in reverse. So the whale in reverse, you might slip back into an old story, right? And that's what this energy is. If you live in the past, how can you enjoy the present? And what are you doing for your future? You know? If you're constantly slipping back into a past story, there needs to be forgiveness here. If you're constantly living in that past story, it's not helping you. Your body cannot differentiate also between whether something is happening now or if it happened in the past. If you're thinking about it and reliving it in your mind, especially, then your body is going through that same flight or fight that it went through when you initially went through it. And sometimes we will add things to our stories, or they will get blurry over time, and we might actually add things to them that maybe didn't even happen. This is proven. Maybe didn't even happen, but then your body can't differentiate. So you're doing damage to yourself, to your body, and probably to relationships and your mind as well. So do yourself a favor and really choose to be right here and right now. Not to slip back into that old story, not to keep retelling. This is an initiation. This is an opportunity for a new beginning. It's an invitation to start fresh, to start new. There could be fears involved, but fears are just false evidence appearing real. All right. How can you solve the problem? The rabbit can also be a really good problem solver. Okay. But the rabbit can be afraid of everything. This is your invitation to clear that shit out. Clear the fears. Let go of that. And to start living more intentionally, more mindfully from this place of here and now. Okay, on the bottom we got the fish. The fish moves in so many directions. There's so much going on, right? It's always moving from here to here to here to here. I would invite you guys, if you're not already, to really start meditating. Whatever that looks like for you, because it looks different for everybody. But when you clear your mind of all these worries, all these thoughts, it brings you space. You create space for peace. You create space for healing, for relaxation, for a clear mind so you can think more clearly, for a deeper connection as well to your higher self, to spirit, to all that is. Okay. It's time to move through this discomfort and step into alignment. Okay. There is a huge opportunity for healing here, Aries. Huge, massive. But it's up to you. It's up to you. Do you want to come to the edge? The peacock on the bottom can speak to your sacral chakra, the navel. There may be some here, which is your relationship center. It's also your center of your desires. So especially if you're like not like if you're somebody who's not really sure what they desire, not really sure what they want, just kind of like your sacral could need to be balanced here. Okay, you can you know, I would recommend, with this reading, I would recommend going and getting some energy clearing, some energy healing done, some Reiki or sacral therapy. But you could also just like meditate on your navel, which is just by your belly button. And just invite the center, put your hands over it and just invite the center to open and to release and to heal. You could look on YouTube, there's thousands, there's so many. Look for sacral chakra healing meditations. Okay, I think that will really benefit you. Oh shit. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, commenting. All right, let's give one more card. We'll get a card from Queen of the Moon real quick. We got the beauty card. Does not surprise me. This is about finding the beauty in things, looking for the good in things. On the bottom, we do have the attraction card. So just remember, the more that you give to gratitude and to beauty and to love and to these higher aspects, the more that you're going to call them into your space, the more you'll notice more beautiful things. And vice versa, the opposite is also true. The more that you focus on grief or loss or anger or despising somebody or, you know, fears, all these things, the more of these things you will begin to attract into your life. So be considerate of what you're inviting into your life. Understand that anything, especially if it's emotionally charged, meaning you feel a lot of emotion with that shit, that's gonna manifest. Okay, so be careful. Be very careful. This is good news. If you can learn to use the power of your emotion and the power of your thoughts and words in a more mindful and constructive way, you could really, really step into this energy of happiness, of joy, of completion, of fertility and abundance. Thank you guys again for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Love you guys. Mwah.